So Valve, I didn't look at this the other day. We're going to look into it. So obviously they're trying to regulate Steam. They're trying to get it under control. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're going to take a look at it.
On January 28th, 2026, the world of intellectual property changed forever.
Oh, yeah?
For years, the name Lee Rothschild has been a shadow over the tech industry.
Classic.
A man who has filed over 1,200 patent lawsuits against everyone from Apple to small businesses. Most companies just pay him to go away. It's easier and it's usually cheaper. But he made one fatal mistake. He tried to squeeze Valve. If you've been following this channel, you know the drama
Are you telling me that not only did Gabe not get found in the Epstein files, but he defeated one of their elite lieutenants in the court of law? No way!
Has been insane. We've seen lawyers caught using AI to fake legal citations and then having to issue apologies. But now the games are over. A federal judge has issued a pair of devastating rulings that sided with Valve and functionally dismantled Rothschild's entire defense. The judge has officially ruled that Rothschild breached his contract, and in just a few weeks, Valve is taking this all the way to a jury trial to seek millions in damages. Valve isn't just winning.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. He's taking on the Illuminati and he's winning. Holy shit.
They are going to be setting a precedent that could end this patent troll for good. To understand why these new documents are so explosive, we have to look at the contract that started the war. Back in 2016, Valve and Rothschild entered into a global settlement and license agreement, or the GSLA. This was supposed to be kind of like a peace treaty. Valve paid Rothschild a valuable consideration, essentially a giant pile of cash, in exchange for a perpetual, irrevocable, royalty-free, fully paid-up, worldwide license to Rothschild's patent portfolio. The agreement was pretty simple. Rothschild gets paid, and in return he promises not to sue licensee, Valve, or its affiliates for the actual or alleged infringement ever again.
Well, how could... I mean, that's so... Like, that's like saying all your base are belong to us. How could you even think that you had a case?
So for 6 years, there was silence. But then in 2022, Rothschild's companies started sending marketing messages to Valve's legal team, essentially saying, hey, we have some new inventory of patents. Want to buy a new license?
But they already had bought it in perpetuity because the license was categorical for the entire library, and the library was not stated, like, this is a living, like, his patents expire. So because patents expire, very clearly you couldn't you couldn't take a snapshot of this because things would inevitably be removed. Bro, Gavin mogged him? Yeah, bro. He mogged the Rothschilds. Oh my god.
Knowing that they already had a perpetual license, ignored the emails. So Rothschild did what he always does. He sued them. Specifically, his company Display Technologies filed a lawsuit in September 2022 alleging Valve infringed on a patent that was already covered by the 2016 deal. When Valve's counsel pointed this out and emailed the Rothschild lawyers a copy of their own 2016 contract, they didn't just apologize, they actually doubled down until they were forced to dismiss the case. And that...
Oh my god. What a fucking parasite. Like, this is... It's actually insane that companies have to deal with bullshit like this. What a fucking parasite. It's a shakedown. It is. This is I'm altering the deal. Pray that I do not alter it any further. What's so weird about this is that couldn't they just get out of this if they had just created a separate entity and had the separate entity hold the patents in that other entity instead? Like, why would they do it under the same entity of the Rothschilds? Like, this is like, it's even stupid business. Like, there's no way they're too lazy. I don't know. Like, it's hubris. Classic.
Leads us to the explosive rulings the judge just handed down.
Yeah.
In the recent ruling, Judge Jamal Whitehead finally addressed this. Rothschild's legal team tried to argue that because they dismissed the 2022 case promptly, it wasn't a real breach. But the judge wasn't having it. He wrote, the court finds as a matter of law that Rothschild and DT breached the GSLA by suing Valve on September 27th, 2022.
So, oh, wow. So even seeking legal,
and that prompt dismissal of the lawsuit did not cure the breach. This is the partial part of the victory for Valve. For the 2022 conduct, Valve has already won. Rothschild is...
So that wasn't enough for Jamal. He said, wait a minute, hold up. Not only do you lose, but now you're liable.
Now a contract breaker in the eyes of the law. The only thing
Jamal's
for
a gamer?
Jury to decide on this point is how much money Rothschild owes Valve for the trouble he caused. In June 2023, Rothschild's lawyers sent another letter to Valve threatening to sue them over the 221 patent. This was after Valve had already warned them about the 2016...
That's a patent? Claim. A method for storing media content and delivering requested media content to a consumer device. How can you even patent something that abstract? This is bro, what?
221 patent.
Where's this here? That's it? I'm reading it. This is ridiculous. Wow. They want to fleece the I can't say that word. He said they want to fleece the goyim.
This was after Valve had already warned them about the 2016 contract in the 2022 case. But Rothschild's excuse this time was that he claimed it was just a genuine mistake. His team argued that because Rothschild manages so many patents, they simply forgot the 221 patent was on the list of things they weren't allowed to sue Valve over.
But I bet he probably used the fact that they did a previous lawsuit as an indicator that they were operating in bad faith, right?
But here's the catch that makes the upcoming trial so important. The judge ruled that he could not grant summary judgment on this 2023 conduct, seeing as under Texas law, if a breach is based on a genuine mistake, it might not count as breaching the contract. So the judge stated that whether this was a lawful act or a genuine mistake is a genuine dispute of material fact. Now, this is where things change.
I feel like it's a pattern of behavior, right? I mean, if they had already sent it once before, like, I mean, I don't know.
Changed quite a bit. Rothschild's team tried to get the judge to throw out Valve's claims under the Washington Patent Troll Protection Act. They argued
no shot. This is like a roach trying to use roach remover spray on a human. This is like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I'm going to use this on you.
That only the Attorney General
it's a mouse
can
using
sue
a mouse
under
trap.
This act, not a private company like Valve. They wanted to keep this a simple private contract dispute. But in a recent document, Judge Whitehead just dropped the hammer. He ruled that Valve does have the right to sue under this act because patent trolling is a matter of vital public interest.
I'm assuming that and the thing is that it's probably a defense. Like that legal like proceeding or like delineation is probably a legal defense. So that's something that they have to figure out in court whether it was a matter of a mistake or not. So it's going to probably, oh man.
He stated, "The court declines to adopt an interpretation that would leave injured parties without recourse while simultaneously declaring their injuries to be matters of vital public concern." By keeping the PTPA claim alive, the judge is allowing Valve to argue that Rothschild's business model is an unfair or deceptive act in trade or commerce.
Guys, I think I'm having a fucking, like a hallucination. Is America actually doing a ruling against an abusive company that's taking advantage of people? Like, this has to be in, like, Europe or something, right? Like, what the hell is this?
This opens the door for treble damages, meaning the jury could triple whatever amount of money they think Rothschild owes Valve. Valve is looking to make it financially devastating to ever target them again. And that leads us to one of the most satisfying parts of this case. Most patent trolls use a shell game strategy. They create dozens of tiny LLCs with no assets. And if an LLC loses a case, it just goes bankrupt and the troll walks away with their personal wealth untouched.
I am like that guy's like a level 80, right? I'm like a level 15 on this kind of stuff, okay? Actually, that's not even true. I'm like a level 11. Even I know how ridiculous this is. So think about an elite lieutenant of the Illuminati. I mean, this is some crazy, crazy shit.
Aren't just suing the companies like Display Technologies or Patent Asset Management. They are suing Lee Rothschild personally. They are arguing that these companies are just alter egos for Rothschild himself. If Valve succeeds in the upcoming trial, Lee Rothschild could be held personally responsible. Valve isn't just targeting.
I mean, if he's so lazy that he didn't even create a separate entity, an entirely separate entity for... So, like, here's the logic, right? Is that if he's so lazy that he didn't even create a completely separate entity for him to create new patents with, so he could take advantage of the library and, like, the changing nature of it, he probably has the arrogance to mix some degree of transactions or business that he does, especially maybe even in creating the LLC, in doing the initial filing for it, that could be used as evidence of him breaking the corporate veil or piercing the corporate veil. And if they're able to do that, which means that basically if you're shown to have been using a corporate entity for personal finances, you can be held liable personally for the bad actions of your company. This is a very common practice. So I bet there's a chance in Discovery they can find that. I do. I think there's a pretty high chance too, especially if he's going and trying to, if he is trying to run away. I wonder why that is.
Getting Rothschild. They are actually going after his lawyers too, Samuel Mailer and Mailer Legal PLLC. This is where the case gets truly personal, as in many legal battles the lawyers are shielded by what's called litigation privilege, but Valve is pushing back against that shield. Valve's in-house counsel warned Mailer as early as December 2022 that his behavior indicated a failure to do a Rule 11 inquiry, which is lawyer talk for you didn't do your homework before filing this lawsuit. Mailer responded in January 2023, claiming he had carefully reviewed the GSLA.
He did do the lawsuit.
Just 6 months later...
But if he did the lawsuit, if he looked it up, then why did they make a mistake? And then I don't understand this. So, like, if you looked it up and you said you did your due diligence, but the original argument was that you were making that you made a mistake, then a mistake would imply that you didn't do your due diligence. Like, this is,
Mailer sent a letter threatening to sue over the 221 patent, a patent he just claimed to have carefully reviewed. When challenged on this, his defense was that he did not realize the 221 patent was listed in the GSLA, and that he had relied on his client to track licenses. Valve is arguing that the Mailer defendants were active participants in a bad faith scheme to extract settlements through unfair or deceptive acts. Valve is sending a
I wonder if, because if they're working with them a lot, I wonder if there's a chance that they're being paid through equity in the company. Because if that's the case, then I bet he probably can loop the lawyers in with this. Because if they have a financial incentive in the company too, oh, of course, yeah, exactly. It's like suing yourself. No.
terrifying message to the patent troll industry. In a recent document, the judge allowed these claims to move forward. This means the Mailer defendants are officially headed to trial and could be on the hook for damages alongside Rothschild himself.
Wow.
So where does that leave us? The trial is actually...
Honestly, this needs to happen more. I'm going to be real. Like, the amount of people that go around and they're just... Like, the amount of patent and copyright abuse that happens... And I think that the main reason why the patent and copyright abuse is so problematic is because it's almost always a person that has a lot of resources who's doing it towards a person who has very little resources. And that's usually what happens.
Set to begin in just a few weeks in
Poke the wrong
Seattle,
bear.
and because of these summary judgment rulings, the trial will be about the damages and how much Rothschild owes Valve. The 2023 mistake, was it an actual genuine mistake, or was he just...
And the thing is, what's crazy about this is that if they win this, then do you think that this is the only mistake that the Rothschilds, this company's ever made? Probably not. Like, what do you think the odds are that the only mistake they've ever made was with Valve, the only company, coincidentally, that has the resources and power to sue them and retaliate? Almost zero. So this could be a domino effect.
Trying to extract money and personal liability for Rothschild. This overall is a massive win for Valve, but it's an even bigger one for the tech community. Valve chose to fight this time, spending millions of dollars and going through fake AI citations, but now they are weeks away from potentially dealing a death blow to one of the most known patent trolls in US history. If you want to stay updated on all Valve news, make sure you subscribe.
The difference between...
Oh my God.
On January...
How does he do it, man? Bro, how does he do it? I don't understand this. Like, he's just that guy. He's got motion? He does. Oh my God. Yeah, and he's a wizard. Apparently, bro, like, I'm gonna link y'all the video. I didn't even know about this. He's the anti-Epstein. He is, bro. Like, wow. Oh my fucking God. Give it a like. I've watched Water CS2's videos in the past. And I watched his videos on the Visa and MasterCard censorship. I remember this. And I'm very glad to see it. Yeah, Rothschild, bro, dude, imagine mogging the Rothschilds after not being found on the Epstein files. That's a motherfucking American right there. Man, how about that? That's Aura? Yep, that's fucking Aura. Absolutely fucking mogged. Valve is a crazy, unstoppable juggernaut. I'm feeling like, bro, I'm seeing this and I'm thinking maybe I got to play a little bit of Deadlock, you know? Like, I haven't even tried it out. I was going to, and then, like, I forgot what happened, but I didn't play it. I'm thinking, man, maybe I got to get into that. Yeah, the anti-Jeffrey, I guess so. Just win against the Redacted. Yeah, bro, he wins against Redacted. He goes up against Redacted and wins. Oh, my God. And open cases on CSGO. I've never done that. I've only watched Train do it. That's the only... I actually, no, I watched Tim do it. Tim the Tap Man. That was it. I haven't seen anybody else do it at all for anything. And the brand is called Long D, and Dave Newell's a face model. I guess so. Deadlock's great. It's a lot to learn, though. That's all right. I mean, if it's going to be a fun game and people are going to play it for a long time, then I might as well play it and see what it's like. And that's it. You wouldn't stand a chance, but MOBAs are a lifestyle. I know that. I do. But one day I'll try it out. No, I'm so happy to see this. I really am. And you open Genshin cases, but not CS. I don't like how you're calling them cases. And the main thing I don't like about it is the fact that you're right. They kind of are cases, aren't they? But yeah, I haven't really seen anything about that at all. And yeah, maybe one day I'll do cases for CSGO, but maybe not anytime soon. Deadlock is doing pretty good, close to 100K players on average. Well, it's crazy how like every game that they make is just like insanely fucking good, man. It is. And I'm happy to see it. I am. This is amazing. Like it's very, very, very good.